and 10th edition of TSR, what is it, Primetime, your nightly dose of toxic masculinity. As I'm going to do something here quickly, guys. I'm going to turn down my volume because on my computer on OBS, there's a little bit of a delay, and what I need to know, and listen, we're going to get right into today's topic today, so don't worry about that. But what I need to know is if there's any sort of lag. So give me a second here. I'm going to turn this down so I can see if there's any sort of lag. Hang on. Okay, so it looks like there is a little bit of a lag, a little bit of a delay. It's more than likely probably because I've really loaded things up. I've got a bunch of scenes. I've got the green screen. I have a lot of animation going on, things of that nature. With my computer at home, one of my two, yeah, I know the audio is lagging, guys. I got it. The audio is lagging. This is just something you're going to have to deal with. But the reason the audio is lagging is because oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. I can actually fix that. I hate to do this while I'm on the air. Sync offset with my mic. The reason the audio is lagging, guys, is because I'm not on my computer at home. If I'm on my computer at home, I can really load up everything with all sorts of graphics and all sorts of different things, and everything pushes out very, very nicely, very, very smoothly. But I'm on my Mac Mini, and so what you guys are gonna have to, let's see here. Let's see if I can play with this. Let's go with 1,000 milliseconds. Let's see if that helps. Oh man. Well, let's see this. Hang on a second. Hang on, guys. Let's see if I can play with this. Let's go with 1,000 milliseconds. Hang on, guys. Let's see if that helps. Oh man. Well, let's see this. I think that's helped. I think that did it. I think that did it, guys. I really do. I think that did it. Hang on, guys. I think that's helped. Yeah, that did it. That did it. How about that? Okay, all right. So even though it looks delayed on my end, it is not delayed on your end. And I'm sure I could probably dial it in a little bit tighter if I really work with it. But I think 1,000 millisecond delay certainly helps the video catch up with the audio. Perfect. TechnoHB5 says it looks good and sounds good. That is all I need. As long as TechnoHB5 signs off on this, we are all good. So what we are going to talk about today, and I'm going to do things a little bit differently, and I really and truly do hope that this sort of helps to solidify the message. What I'm going to do is, a lot of girls out here talk about a lot of different things. And so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do this the way that I do Womanese, which, by the way, drops on March 5th. Womanese Volume 4 drops March 5th. And by the way, the phone lines are open. 516-387-1987. 516-387-1987 if you want to chime in on why is she single if she's a catch? Why is she still single if she's still a catch? At any rate, one of the, how can I put this? Pardon me. One of the most pervasive things that perpetually single women in the Western world say again and again and
I might be single, but I'm a catch.
there we go. A little bit of a lag there, but no big deal. Now, there are a couple of interesting things that come to mind when I hear this from a particular woman, any female. Number one, you don't get to decide. You do not get to decide what your dating market value is. The market does. And this goes for both men and women. Okay, see, a woman can say that she's a great catch. She can say that all she wants to. But at the end of the day, men decide whether or not she is a great catch. Plus, people who know that they are or are not something, they don't broadcast it to the world, right? So if a man knows he has a big sausage, right? He doesn't go around telling people, I have an 11-inch sausage. Well, if a woman knows she's hot, she doesn't have to tell people, I am so hot, because it's obvious to everyone around her. We see this all the time, right? When a woman verbally describes herself in a favorable way, in any way, better than 9 times out of 10, she is either lying or she is wrong. So when a woman says out loud, I am a great catch, she says it to convince herself that she is a great catch more than she's really saying it to convince other people who know her. Number 2, this is the second thing that comes to mind. Of course. I mean, listen. I'll put it to you this way. And this is probably what you guys are all thinking right now. Area code 470. I see you on the line. I'm going to get to you in a second. You guys are all thinking right now, if you're such a great catch, then why are you single? Well, the answer, of course, is that she isn't a great catch. And how do we know this? Well, because women who are great catches do one thing and one thing only. Say it with me, class. They get caught. Anytime a woman declares herself a great catch and a man disagrees with her, she goes absolutely crazy. She goes mental. Not because she believes that he's wrong, but because she knows he is right. Right? She doesn't want him blowing her cover and exposing her as the banana gobbling, sausage smoking, bone collecting hero, spelled backwards. She really is. Right? So in order to keep her facade of purity, as well as being able to sleep at night, she fights tooth and nail to make sure the world sees her through those rose-colored glasses that she wants them to see her through. And make no mistake, guys. Make no mistake. Women will do and say anything they have to make sure they are not exposed. This includes lying to themselves, even when the truth is staring them right in the face. Now, it's interesting that the lovely and talented Caitlin just said, I'm a catch rather than I am a good catch, right? It's almost as though she knows that women who see this, women who see this, will know the truth about themselves, and they're just looking for, I don't know, more false validation to keep them from getting depressed about the fact that they are a catch, but for some reason they keep getting thrown back. But I digress. Let's go to the phone lines here. Let's go to area code 470. Area code 470. You're on live with Donovan. Please turn down YouTube. You're on live. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, Des, how you doing?
Phone here.
Go ahead.
I do enjoy your information as well. But what I want to say, man, is I've dealt with women that are on these higher tiers, especially being in Atlanta, and a lot of them appear to be that catch, but you know, whatever glitter is not gold. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's one of those things where it's like opening a golden egg just to see that the insides are rotten. You know, especially the women with the PhDs, the degrees here in the city. It's pretty crazy how they overvalue themselves, and also the fact that, I mean, they have daddy issues, and these are attractive women. These are women that dudes go bonkers over on Instagram or whatever the case may be. Those are the main types of women that come with a slew of problems, along with debt out the ears from keeping up with lifestyles. And it's so much. Once you dig past all the little bit of treasure at the top, it's so much dirt and soot there, man. It's crazy. You'll be Dr. Phil, Tyrone, and all of that packaged together, man. It's crazy.
Well, thanks for the call, Devin, Atlanta. I think he said his name was Devin. Yeah, listen, you're right. You're right. He said it best. Not all that glitters is gold, guys. Not all that glitters is gold. And the more a woman shows in terms of her skin, the less she has to offer. Right? Like, women know they have these issues. They know they have daddy issues. They know they have nothing to bring to the table. And these women out here talking about, oh, I have a PhD. These women still don't understand. I don't want to fuck your PhD. I don't want to marry your PhD. I don't need a smart woman. I got all the brains I need right here. I got all the brains I need right here. That's just all there is to it. What can you bring me? What can you bring to the table that other women cannot? I can get PT and A all day long, right? Listen, I can get good looking girls, belly button rings. I can get legs. I can get all of that and not have to deal with your bullshit. What can you bring to the table? How can you elevate my life in ways that most other women can't? We can start from there. Crime with the $50 super chat says, what up, Donovan? Long time no see, brother. Yeah, man. It's been a while. It's absolutely been a while. BB Vegito, haven't seen you in a while, says, thought I missed it. Just love this title so much. Entitlement and delusion is a dangerous trait. Take off your VR goggles. You are absolutely right. Area code 612-520, and I believe that is Red Pill Mike. You guys are next in that order. For now, let us continue with these delusional thoughts that these girls.
I'm awesome, but I'm single. What am I doing wrong? Absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna tell you why. I might be single, but I'm a catch.
Awesome.
I'm awesome, but I'm single.
There we go. Sorry about that. You're awesome, but you're single, right? She says, what am I doing wrong? Absolutely nothing. I'm going to tell you why. So she starts this off the way one would expect. And that is, of course, with the delusional sort of opening salvo, right? When she says, I'm awesome, but I'm single, that's a misnomer, guys. That's a misnomer. If a woman is awesome, then she isn't single. As stated before, what did I say 5 minutes ago? Women who are great catches, they get caught. They get caught. Then, of course, she removes all responsibility and accountability for any given woman's station in life by saying that they are doing absolutely nothing wrong. Never mind that women lie to their boyfriends and husbands as a matter of habit. They cheat on their boyfriends and husbands as a matter of second nature, and then blame their significant others for the demise of their relationships. Oh, no. They are doing absolutely nothing wrong. Guys, let's keep the thirst. Let's keep the thirst down. I don't want to tell, that redhead can get it. Listen. Caitlyn is beautiful. Let's all be grown up here. Okay? It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, this is one of the many reasons why modern women continue to devolve, right? We see this all the time, man. They are constantly encouraged to engage in promiscuous behavior in relationships, but then they're told that they're doing nothing wrong when they ask themselves why they're single. Women never want the truth when it comes to their own dating market value. Well, the market, as it happens, has responded very well in this regard, in that it is not profitable to tell women what they need to hear, whereas telling them what they want to hear will make any person, man or woman, wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. Guys, just ask Dr. Phil. Ask Steve Harvey. Ask Derek Jackson, Matthew Hussey. These guys are all living proof that there is no money in being honest with women. Let's continue.
I will never settle. I have plenty of time to find a man. I know he's out there. So I'm not settling.
Well, how about that? She actually told the truth here, guys. She actually told the truth. The kinds of women who settle are the ones who are running out of time, right? Women who collected bones, so to speak, throughout their 20s, who are now in their mid to late 30s with 3 illegitimate kids by 3 degenerate men, are most certainly out of time. She told the truth there. Where she lies is when she says, well, that's not the case for me, guys. I have all the time in the world. Guys, therein lies the problem, men. We got women out here convincing other women who are clearly out of time that they still have plenty of time. And when women affirm their delusions by consuming articles, videos, blogs that endorse this line of thinking, it absolutely destroys any chance they have of true happiness. Deep down, the 39-year-old knows that she will never find true happiness with a high-value man that she both loves and respects her as much as she loves and respects him. She knows that she has passed up countless men to indulge in the bed-hopping escapades, foolishly thinking that they would still be waiting for her when she was done eating cucumber salads. But when the men who used to beat her brakes off in her 20s no longer look in her general direction, the truth hits her right in the face. But because, of course, women today are literally allergic to the truth, they cling to their delusions so they can stave off getting prescribed antidepressants for just a few more years. And by the way, guys, I will never settle. That is womanese for I will never settle down. Funny thing is, they always end up settling in the end to avoid sleeping in a cold bed every night. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to area code, let us go to area code 612. Area code 612, you're on live with Donovan. Please turn down your YouTube. Please turn down YouTube, 612. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead. Okay, 612 is way behind. I got to let you go. Let's go to area code 520. Area code 520. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, the Neg One in Colorado. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I just when I saw that your questionnaire, like, you know, why she's still why she's a good catch, but she's still single. I think it's relating more to it's like more like her sexual market value is high, but her relationship market value is like trash. And I think that's why you still think why most men look at her like, well, why is she still single? Like, oh, dudes will probably fuck her, but they won't stay with her.
Right. And you know the interesting thing is the Neg, and thanks for the call, the Neg One, is that we are all well aware of the fact that women, I don't know, and maybe Red Pill Mike can maybe shed some light on this. I have a sneaky suspicion that women do know the difference between sexual market value and relationship market value. And the reason I think they do know the difference is because when they're on the hunt for alpha dick, they show as much skin as possible, right? But then after they get done, you know, eating cucumber salads, whatever the case may be, then all of a sudden they're not quite as, they're much more modest, right? They're much more modest in their appearance. They don't show as much cleavage. They try to put on this good girl attitude. So they pretend that they don't know the difference between sexual market value and relationship market value by getting mad anytime a guy actually calls them out. Listen, man, just because guys want to bang you doesn't mean they want to commit to you. So I agree with that totally. All right, let's go to Red Pill Mike. Red Pill Mike, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not too much, brother.
Well, I heard what you said. To answer your question, I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this or not, or if hardly anyone else is, but women absolutely do know the difference between relationship market value and sexual market value. There's a lot of what women actually know, and they know, but what has happened is it goes back to the old adage of something you say all the damn time. And, you know, every time you say it, it just rings true because it is so true, is that men are made, women are born.
That's right.
So for a man to be made, he has to have a degree of self-improvement in his level of growth. If it's not there, he's never going to become the best version of himself. And like you always say, women don't even have to do anything. They just have to hold on to whatever they have.
That's right.
But here's the thing. Even if when they're born into this world, let's say they're born and miss the genetic lottery totally, they're not told the truth. You know, they're told, you're perfect the way you are. You're awesome the way you are.
Yes,
Their mother is
yes.
telling them this. And if they have a dad, the dad's going, oh, you're beautiful. You're daddy's little princess. All of that bullshit. Okay. And what happens is that all of these red pill truths that we as men know, women know them too. But what happens is it starts off as just an ideologic form of denial.
Right.
And when they start denying it, then it creates and turns into a form of delusion that just becomes a natural state of mind that they don't even know where the hell it started from. It started from an initial state of denial, and then it turned into a permanent delusion to where they believe all this illogical crap that's just floating around in their head, and which is why we have the red pill and have to know how to determine what they think and what they do, because it affects the way they talk, the way they think. It affects everything humanly possible about them. The other night on another podcast, I'm not going to say who it was because I know you don't like other podcasts being mentioned. I'll be respectable, but they broached the subject of can men and women always be friends?
Right.
Actual friends.
Right.
And we know what 95% of women say. Oh, yes, men and women can be platonic friends. They absolutely cannot, and women know this.
That's right.
They know this shit. They know that they can't just have male friends that are just male friends. What they've done is they've denied it for so long in order to optimize that platonic friendship and get the most out of it. So it's become a permanent state of delusion to where once they get to a certain age, and then they actually hear somebody say that, whether it's directly or in passing, you have this blank stare that comes over their face, like you've asked them to, interpret something they've never even went to school
speaking
for.
Japanese or something.
Yeah, they're like, what? Really? Seriously? No, that's not true. I have a lot of guy friends. No, you don't. You might have acquaintances, which is a totally different thing.
Big difference.
But this is really what it boils down to. It's just denial that they hold on to for so long to where it becomes a state of delusion, and then to feed into that, all they do is just surround themselves with people that are going to continue to feed that.
That's right.
To the point where, to the point where, when a woman gets dumped, a lot of times she's literally convinced herself that, it was for the best.
Right.
And there was no reason. And then their friends will tell them this crap, and they'll give them reasons to believe why they're so awesome that equate into nothing. We've seen it in movies.
Yep.
But it happens in real life. They're literally sitting there telling them crap like, you're just too awesome for him. He just can't handle how awesome you are. You're going to college, girl. You're not just going to college. You're taking classes.
Yes.
That's awesome. You got like an A in poetry and an A in music appreciation. You're awesome. And I'm, when I hear this, I'm thinking to myself, you need to change your circle of friends because they're pretty terrible.
Oh yeah.
They're giving you nothing to want to strive to be anything other than what you are.
Red Pill Mike, dropping knowledge as usual. I appreciate the call. Yeah, listen, I give Red Pill the mic longer than most because he drops cold hard facts. Red Pill Mike's a fax machine. He's a fax machine. I'm gonna go ahead and steal it from Myron Gaines. Yeah, man. Listen, man. This is interesting. A lot of people wonder why is it that girls keep guys in the friend zone? Why can't men and women be friends? Why? Well, of course, women love the fact. Women say, well, yes, men and women can be friends. And to a woman, yes, men and women can be friends, only because it benefits her, right? What you guys have to understand is that a man in the friend zone is exactly the same as a woman having sex with a guy who will not commit to her. Let me say that again. A man in the friend zone is exactly the same as a woman who is in a sexual relationship with a man who will not commit to her, okay? You see, the man gets all the companionship he wants. He gets all of the time. It's the sex that he wants, but he's not getting. Well, a woman can get all the sausage she wants. She can get all the dick. She can get pounded at all she wants. It's the commitment that she wants, right? So a man, there's no such thing as a girl who says, well, I met a guy and he put me in the friend zone. That means he's banging her. A man who has put a woman in the friend zone is a man who has put a woman in the fuck friend zone. Listen, he gives her all the dick she wants. He's a guy. If she's half decent looking and she's going to come around and bang her and bang him, well, yeah, of course he's going to bang her. Doesn't mean he's going to commit to her. Well, it's the same thing as a woman. Well, hell, he's a guy. If he's going to come around and give me all the benefits of having a boyfriend without actually having to put out, yeah, why not do that? If she's going to give me all the benefits of being a girlfriend without actual commitment, you guys see how that works? And it's the same thing. Women want all the benefits without any of the work. This is why they put men in the friend zone. Kevin Samuel says this all the time. Women want the outcomes. They don't want the work. And proof of this is all around us as women put guys in the friend zone at an increasing rate. They get all the benefits of being a boyfriend without all the benefits of having a boyfriend without having to put in the work. Work means getting naked and letting them have sex with you. And going back to what Red Pill Mike said about men being made, women being born. Yeah, listen, even if a woman is born and does not hit the genetic lottery, let's just say that a woman just is not born beautiful at all. Not butt ugly, not handicapped, but let's just say she's born a 4. She's below average looking. Guess what, guys? She can hit the gym. She can get her body extra tight. But I'll tell you this. A woman who has got an unbelievable body, she has a 9 body and a 3 face, basically a butterface, she will get more offers and more attention from more men than the plus size girl with the pretty face. Think I'm lying. Dude, I value body over face any day. Dude, my own girlfriend, Devin, she's below average in the face. I probably put her at maybe a 6. You guys have seen what she looks like on Instagram. She's not some homecoming queen. She's not Miss Frickin' America. But the body is on point. That's one of many reasons why I have committed to her. The body's on point. She elevates my life. I catch a lot of heat from a lot of these PUA hate guys. Oh, Donovan Sharpe's girlfriend is ugly. No, my girlfriend's not ugly. She's below average looking in the face. She has an unbelievable body. If you guys listen, all you PUA haters, you guys need to go back to my archives. When I used to go back to my archives on my Facebook. Go back to my Facebook. I used to post booty pictures of Devin all the time. Go back and take a look at that body, man. Go on and take a look. You guys think you know. Listen, I'll be the first to tell you. Below average looking face, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Girls who have above average looking faces, girls who are 8s, 9s, and 10s are a headache. And at this point in time, I'm working 16, 18 hours a day. I don't have time for headaches. I don't. Oh, you're just making excuses. No, that's real. Keep it. Listen, I can keep any girl in line I want to, but the hotter she is, the more it takes to keep her in line. So I chose a woman, and she's easy on the eyes. She's not a wreck up from the neck up, but she's average looking, but the body's tight. She actually turns 37 years old the day after tomorrow, so she is a little bit advanced in age. Trust and believe. If she were 10 years younger, it'd take a lot more work to keep her in line. That's time I don't have right now. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe when I'm 50 and I'm retired and Devin gets too old for me or whatever, maybe I trade her in for another model. I don't know. Guess what? At that time, I got all the time in the world to train a 21-year-old. I got the passive income. I'm not working 18 hours a day. I'm doing 2 events per year. At that point, yeah. Now, listen. You know, you guys won't be able to listen. But right now, I'm trying to build a legacy. I don't have time to be training 21-year-old hot girls. I did that for 8.5 years in Vegas. I'm done with that. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to area code 978. 978, you're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Patrick and Charlotte, how you doing, buddy? What's on your mind?
Mike there.
Thank
he
you.
He's obviously the greatest of all time on the show. So,
yeah, Red Pill Mike is the GOAT.
Keep up the legacy here. But yeah, to your point, women who say they're a catch but they're still single. I have a good story for you.
Okay.
I happened to come across a friend group here, and a lot of them are 28, 29, 30. I got set up with a 29-year-old who's almost 30, and we kind of hit it off. And she did everything you said, right? She's focused on her career. She thinks she's a great catch. She's probably a 7 in the face, 9 in the body, right? But she's 28. She's 29, almost 30. She's turning 30 in 10 days. But to your point and to your rules, right? She still thinks she's better than she is, and it's funny. I kind of dropped a little red pill knowledge, not overtly, but it's funny. She said that her and her friends recognize actually that women their age do eventually tap out, and I kind of wanted to get your thought on that. I actually never heard that from women themselves.
When she said tap out, what exactly did she mean?
She means eventually they actually recognize the wall.
Okay. What are my thoughts on that? Yeah, listen, women know the wall is there. Okay. They don't always admit it. Matter of fact, most of the time they don't admit it. And I'll tell you this, Patrick, women are always the last to know they've hit the wall. They see other women around them hitting the wall. They don't think, well, I'm not going to hit the wall. She hit the attraction wall. Stacy, Diane, Teresa, she hit the wall, but I'm not going to hit the wall. Right. I'm going to look good until the day I die, blah, 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 blah. They understand this. Women never acknowledge that they've hit the wall until they've been rejected time after time after time again by the men who used to want to fuck them in their 20s. Only then do they finally say, okay, maybe I'm beginning to lose attraction. So maybe I need to start prioritizing resourceful genes rather than physical genes. Every once in a while, they'll get lucky and they'll bang a hot guy because he's in a slump. Maybe he wants the MILF fantasy, whatever the case may be. But all women know that the attraction wall is there. Whether or not they admit it is irrelevant. I'll give you the last word, Patrick.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I'll tell you this, she's still thinking that she's all that. And I think she might have put me in the friend zone. I told her I don't have women who are friends. So I guess that means she's guaranteed to call me within the next 2 weeks.
Very truer words never spoken. Patrick in Charlotte, I appreciate the call. Area code 612-469-305-425 in that order. I'm going to read these super chats and then we'll get back to the phone lines after a little more commentary here. Josh Jericho, $5, says women love their beta male orbiters, aka emotional tampons and provisioners that get no action. Listen, women love guys they put in the friend zone. They love guys they put in the friend zone. They love gay guys. They love all that. Because they get all the companionship without any of the action in bed. Technomage B5 says, I think everyone in the red pill community can agree you have to do the work. One of those fundamental truths. Absolutely. Okay, let us see what the lovely and talented Caitlin has to say about her being single but being.
He has to be worthy to be with me. I'm amazing, so he has to be too. It'll totally be worth the wait.
It'll totally be worth the wait. There's that stubborn, unwritten law of economics again, guys, right? You know, the one that states that you don't get to determine your own value. Remember that one I talked about a little bit earlier? But the fact that the market decides what your value is. Let me give an example. The reason why Ferraris have a higher price tag than Fords is because the market has shown a willingness to pay more to own a Ferrari than a Ford. Obviously, a Ferrari is a much higher quality car. It's a sports car, better engine, better parts, et cetera, et cetera. But it doesn't matter what's under the hood. It matters what the market is willing to pay. Now, the market recognizes, okay, better car, better engine, better parts. This is why they're willing to pay this. But it is, listen, there are things on the market that just don't have as much value as other things that people pay more for. Right? Listen, why people pay $2,000 for a pair of Tom Ford shoes when they can just go to Payless and get kind of the same quality for $40? This is just the market. If Henry Ford II said to himself back in the, I don't know, the 1960s, I can charge just as much as Enzo Ferrari. I can charge just as much as that Italian Silver Fox. And he prices the 62 Ford Galaxy as same as the Ferrari 330 LM, right? I'm just pulling stuff out of the 1960s. I'm a car guy. If he did that, if he priced the 62 Ford Galaxy the same as the Ferrari 330 LM, guess what, guys? Guess what? The Ford Motor Company as we know it would cease to exist. Why? Because the market will determine very quickly that it will not pay the Ferrari price for Ford quality. This is literally what women are asking men to do. Modern women want men to pay the Lamborghini Aventador price for the 84 Honda Accord. Now, in their defense, they actually pulled this off for quite a while. I mean, if we're being honest, they pulled it off for quite a while. Listen, man, men used to line up around the block just itching to pay six figures for a junk bucket with a cracked engine block, a broken fan belt that doesn't even start. But because men have wised up and have stopped going into debt for a car not worth the paper the title is printed on, a broken fan belt, that doesn't, a broken fan belt, all that stuff. They've lost their collective minds, guys. This is why they have to continue to tell themselves that they are still a great catch, even though they are being caught and released on a daily basis. Women can call themselves awesome and amazing all they want. That's fine. But if men do not sign off on their delusions of grandeur, it's all a bunch of BS. And they kind of know it. They kind of know it.
I don't need a man to validate me. I'm not gonna chase guys. They chase me. My life doesn't revolve around men.
Oh boy. And here we go with the I don't need a man nonsense. I recently did a video about a woman who is Miss Girl Power, I don't need a man, living my best life, and all the rest of that. But she had a moment of clarity that turned out to be her coming to grips with the harsh reality that she is likely going to end up alone. You guys remember Yasmin Seibu? Look that episode up. She says, "It is with an honest heart that I have come to realize that my value is completely determined by the value of man I can get and keep." Guys, she actually said this. Go back and look at it. Listen, just Google Yasmin Seibu Donovan Sharpe. You'll see it. And so now I refer you to law number 25 of the 48 laws of Sharpe. That states, the more a woman tries to convince you of something, the more likely the opposite is true. Okay? And you just, like I said, Miss Seibu verified it. Women, again, 612-469-305, 425, and 484. I'm coming to you guys here shortly. Women have disingenuously embraced the I don't need no man trope for years, decades. And the more they double down, the more they realize that they do indeed need a man. Understand this, women. Understand this, gentlemen and women who are watching. Understand this. A woman's value is based solely upon the value of the man that she can attract and lock down and hang on to. As Miss Seibu so eloquently stated, women inherently know this, just like Red Pill Mike said a little while back, but they want the world to think they do not. And guys, look, man, take a look at any newsstand. Take a look at any newsstand, any magazine stand. On the men's side, there are magazines about hunting, sports, guns, fitness, image. The list goes on. Look at the woman's side of the rack, and there is literally nothing but 5 ways to blow his mind in bed. And why isn't he committing and how to turn it around? Hell, even magazines for younger women are packed with love quizzes and how can I tell he likes me? What do all of these female-inspired magazines have in common? I'll tell you, boys and girls, the pursuit of men. The reason these magazines publish this stuff, is because women read that stuff. If they didn't, they wouldn't publish it. Actions speak louder than words, guys. And there is no better example of this in action when we hear women say 100 different ways that they don't need a man. It is becoming laughably.
I'm too busy to be in a relationship. I've got places to go, people to see, and projects to finish. I'm just too busy to find a man.
So you want to go to 30 countries before 30 years of age, huh? Really? That's what you want to do? You're too busy? You're too busy to find a man? Again, guys, I go back to law number 25. The more a woman tries to convince you of something, the more likely the opposite is true. It's incredible. It is unbelievable. And again, listen, women really do think and say this, well, I'm too busy to find a man. Oh, really? Don't seem too busy to swipe right on Tinder all the time, do you? Yeah, I didn't think so. 516-387-1987. 516-387-1987. Let's go to area code 612. Area code 612. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yep. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Matt in Minnesota. What's on your mind, buddy?
Grass lion.
So she's looking for Chad and the grass-eating lion, you said?
Yeah, she's looking for Chad and Tyrone. She wants 5 seconds of fame and fun and fortune.
Listen, this is how most girls are, man. I appreciate the call, Matt in Minnesota. Let's go to area code 469. Area code 469. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Dub in Dallas. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Haven't heard from you in a little while, man. How you holding up?
Oh, holding up good, man. I just want to, appreciate you again for all the work you and the Manosphere does. Real quick, touching back on the episode you and Kevin did on the Sue Ellen Browder.
Yeah.
Ever since that cosmopolitan wave has come about, it's like the female's ego has risen above the men's because basically they were being taught to operate like men, date like men, work like men. So their ego rose above to actually think they were that hot to, what the topic, what you're talking about today. I'm so fine, I can have any man I want. But it's like back before the feminist movement, before that vehicle that was used, cosmopolitan, to actually put that vehicle into drive to get their ego above to, it's like, that's where it changed, because before that, like in the 40s and 50s, females didn't think like this. They locked down a high-value man, first come, first serve, seemed like, and then they rolled out their life with them. Fast forward to today, females actually think, because of shows like The Equalizer. I saw you put that on your
oh my God.
After the Super Bowl, that BS show that they showed. Well, I don't know if you watched it, but I watched it to study it. Queen Latifah, she had this like ego, like she just knew she was the ish or whatever, and it's like that's where these females actually think that they can, go against Father Time and just do what they want at their will when they want to, but it doesn't work like that.
While I have you on the phone here, Dub in Dallas, I'm looking up Queen Latifah, Dana Elaine Owens. And by the way, man, Queen Latifah's actually carved out a nice career for herself. She's been in the spotlight for a while. Queen Latifah's 50. Ain't no way a 50-year-old broad, love you, Queen Latifah, but ain't no way a 50-year-old broad is going to be out here beating up bad guys twice her size. Like, it's just not going to happen. But listen, you see these commercials, and these bitches out here think that they can do what Queen Latifah is doing in a movie or a television program. I'll give you the last word, man.
Bro, I have said, it's no way an elderly, middle-aged, overweight female is going to be kicking ass like that. But that's the ego. They were pushing so much propaganda with that show that you can be overweight and you can be in charge. You can be a woman and you can kick ass. And then this is where Jap get the German Shepherds from. I'm like, look at this German Shepherd. They can just let out on the loose.
There it is.
Think she's gonna be whooping ass like that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you. I got my 4-year-old and my 7-year-old listening to every episode I listen to, bro. Don't change the way. Appreciate you. Keep going.
Dub in Dallas checking in from the 469. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's right, man. He's right. Like, and again, I like Queen Latifah. I think she's actually a pretty good actress. I loved her in Set It Off, and she's the same person in every flick, right? No shade on that. Samuel L. Jackson, same guy in every movie. Tom Cruise, same guy in every movie. Tom Hanks, same guy in every movie. Okay, these guys all have, something that we don't. No hate there. Queen Latifah's kind of the same way. But again, this is what leads women astray. These new shows, they're all propaganda. They're allowing women to believe that they can do what they see on TV, and that's just not true. Even Beyonce, who back in the day, all my single ladies and the house I live in, I bought it, and I depend on me. Guess what? She pursued Jay-Z relentlessly for 7 years before he finally gave her the ring. And area code 615, I'm going to hang up on you because you tried to jump to the front of the line. Area code 615, I'm going to need you to hang up and not press the number 1. If I'm going to know if you jump in line. I can see the order right here. So I need you to hang up. There you go. I need you to hang up and call back and wait in line behind everyone else. Thank you very much. Area code 305, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Not too bad, man. Checking in from the MIA, man. I'm actually going to be out there early March. Going to be doing a show with Myron Gaines and Rolo Tomasi. Should be fun. What's up? What?
Day, and I was telling you about how I was dating a 28-year-old buzzer beater and a older chick who was like about 40. And I remember I was telling you about how I bought my girl a present, but I didn't buy the girl. I was kind of like messing on the side, no present. Remember that story?
Go into it a little bit more. Listen, it rings a bell, but go into it a little bit more.
Okay, I'll elaborate. Long story short is, I remember you telling me basically, when she asked about, what gift I got her, I should just put the D on her.
Okay.
That's what you had told me.
Man, that story escapes me. I wish I could remember it, but go ahead. I usually remember everything, but that, for whatever reason, escapes me. But go ahead, man. Give me an update.
But it was definitely on Valentine's Day. But long story short is, I'll just give you a little bit of an update.
Okay.
So I still be kind of messing with her off and on.
Okay.
Right? But I got a new girlfriend. But long story short is, on Super Bowl Sunday, I was going to my girl's house because, she had like people over there and stuff like that watching the game. But I told the old girl, I was like, hey, I told the older chick, like, hey, I'm going to my, girl's house, but, kind of like see you like later on a late night tip. But she was like, oh, well, I'm busy because my friend from Tampa is in town or whatever, right? Mind you, I'm living in Miami and the Super Bowl is in Tampa. Why would your homegirl leave Tampa somewhere that's popping
to
go
saying.
to Miami? What,
right.
to go see you? So I already know what's up. So long story short is, I'm like, all right, bet, no pressure. So the next morning, she hit me up trying to bring me a plate or whatever. I was like, well, you could have just brought me a plate during the halftime show or something, instead of trying to give it to me before I'm trying to go to work.
Right.
So long story short is I kind of called her out for it. And she got mad at me and she started kind of cussing me out, long story short, via text message. So one of my text messages I sent you, which is it is so key to the topic today. Because I told her about stuff. This is what I said to her. I said, truth be told, you've been bullshitting yourself all your life, and that's why you're single and unhappy.
Ooh.
You think doing you makes you happy when it only makes you more miserable deep down inside. I actually feel sorry for you. She called me at work.
Bruh, you gave her that body. Yo, bro, you gave her that body work. Yo, you went to the body, man. You took her win. Hey, you know what they say in fighting, man? You take his win, you take his heart. Nigga, you took her heart. Damn. What happened when she called you?
Oh, when she called me, she was just kind of talking about how basically she done fucking with me. She don't want my dick no more. She doesn't want to she doesn't believe that I actually said that to her.
All right. Cool. I got you.
Yeah, she's just kind of
very good, man. I appreciate the call, man. Good, man. Listen, man, anytime a woman is like, I don't want you no more. Hey, word. For real, you don't want me? All right, cool. No, we're good. I ain't mad at you. Chris Von Erich with the $50 super chat says, here is to the good work you do, Don. All the best and to a great 2021. I appreciate that. CVE, Nonstop Dre 360, says, don't forget the new James Bond being a black woman. I thought that was a rumor. I thought that had been stamped out. Apparently not. Jim Ed, $2 says, it was me. Oh, that was Jim Ed, 615. Okay, gotcha. Says you got to do a Super Bowl breakdown. I might do that. By the way, the reason I haven't done the Bachelor breakdown yet is because I'm having some trouble with my Xfinity mobile thing. For whatever reason, I'm not able to watch it on my, it's a bunch of technical garble, but I will absolutely break down season 25, episode 6 at some point. I will absolutely do that at some point. Area code 425-484 and 708. You guys are next in that order. But first, let's get an update on what our redhead is.
I'm focused on my career. My career is worth being proud of.
I'm focused on my career. My career is worth being proud of.
I'm focused on my career. My career is worth being proud of.
We hear this all the time, right, guys? Career. Guys, I've never put in too much credence in statistics or studies because, listen, we all know that they can be manipulated really to say anything you want them to say. But every once in a while, you see something and you know immediately that it is 100% true, not based on studies or statistics, but just experience and just by simply looking around. According to Psychology Today, and I had the graphic, I don't know where it's at though. According to Psychology Today, the profile of the most unhappy people in America is a 42-year-old who is unmarried, has no children, and is in a professional position such as a doctor, lawyer, and so forth. There's no need for me to talk about why women who are focused on their careers end up miserable because that's been done to death. But when something like this comes out, men in this community, we don't need any data to back it up, guys. We see it all around us every day. We don't need to say I told you so because we've been telling you guys this for ages. This is not surprising.
Who needs a man when you got friends? I don't spend time with friends when I have a boyfriend.
Oh boy. Now she's trying to pretend that we don't know that women hate each other, right? She's trying to convince us that being friends with other women is much more fulfilling than being in a relationship of consequence with a man she respects and loves. This just goes to show how stupid women think we are, guys. Women today are so clueless about what we know about them that they actually believe that they can convince us that life is just so much greater when they're surrounded by their female friends as opposed to being in a relationship. Never mind the fact that she just said, the fact that she just said, listen, when I have a boyfriend, I don't spend as much time with my friends. Guys, women aren't fooling anybody with this rhetoric. Even the women who watch this nonsense, they shook their heads because they probably thought to themselves, I don't know what friend she's talking about. Guys, 11 out of 10 women would tell you that being in a relationship is a much better existence than hanging out with her catty, competitive, backstabbing, petty, immature, boyfriend-stealing friends. Women hate each other because they know each other. That's the bottom line, guys. Never, ever let a woman convince you. Never, ever let a woman convince you that she'd rather hang out with her friends than hang out with you. Unless, of course, she is planning on cheating on you, and that is an entirely different.
Guys don't really want commitment anymore. Hooking up is more important than a relationship, apparently. One night stands are great, but damn, guys just don't want commitment, you know? Did
this woman just blame men for the state of the dating market? Like, seriously, did she really just tell women that they're single because guys don't want to commit? Yes, gentlemen, I'm afraid she did. Law number 19, sections 2 and 3 of the 49 laws of Sharpe. And I would have these graphics up, but guys, listen, go get the 49 laws of Sharpe, donovansharpe.com/49 laws. Hell of a book, absolutely free. All it costs you is your email address. The second pillar of the 4 pillars of feminism is to remove all sexual restraints from women while placing them upon men. The third pillar of the 4 pillars of feminism is removing any and all responsibility from women while placing it upon men, while simultaneously removing all authority from men and giving it to women. It was not the idea of a man to bring the girl power movement into existence. It wasn't the idea of a man to make hormonal birth control available to women so that they could be sexually irresponsible without having to worry about unwanted pregnancies. It was not the idea of a man to create a culture where hooking up takes precedence over serious relationships. The girl power movement was the idea of a few rebellious, unruly women who thought it was a good idea to give women unfettered access to the endless buffet of bananas, eggplants, and cucumbers, and packaging it as empowerment. The dating market is what it is because the girl power movement did that. That's it. The girl power movement, womanism, that was started by women. Women wanted sexual freedom. They got it. They wanted access to the workplace. They got that too. They wanted full control of the family courts. Yep. Got it. They wanted guilt-free promiscuity without the judgmental gaze of society. They got that and then some. Everything the womanist movement demanded has been given to them in spades. Yet here they are telling us that it's hard to find commitment in a sea of men who just aren't into it. I got news for you, ladies. I got news for you. Men are into commitment. Just not with women who have collected bones into the triple figures by the time they're 22 years old. Men don't want commitment with a 35-year-old with 4 kids who all have 4 different fathers. Men don't want commitment with women who act like men. They don't want commitment with women who think it's healthy to cheat on their partners. Women made their fucking bed, but instead of laying in it and accepting that they are responsible for their state in life, they still want to point the finger at us. As if it was our idea to turn women into the petulant, spoiled, aberrant, promiscuous petri dishes they are today. Yeah. Try again.
My confidence intimidates men. Even cocky guys are afraid of me.
Are you starting to see a reoccurring theme here? Okay. Remember her first statement where she said she was awesome and could do no wrong? Then a few statements later, called herself amazing. And now she's being told that, now we're being told that even the most confident men are too afraid to approach women of this caliber. What I'm getting at here, guys, is that we are seeing a direct result of women being pedestalized for simply existing. Nowhere in any of these statements, does the lovely and talented Caitlin, who was kind enough to do this for us, does she say why she's amazing? Nowhere in any of her statements does it say why she is awesome, why she's high caliber. Nope. It is automatically assumed that she is worthy of pedestalization simply because she was born with 2 X chromosomes and that she's pretty. No wonder women are a fucking dumpster fire. 425-484-708 and 301 in that order. Let me read some of these super chats first. 877 watching. Guys, let's get those likes up. I need at least 440 likes. I need 440 likes starting now. I'm going to get up and I'm going to get a Red Bull, and I'm not going to say a goddamn word until I see 442 likes. I need 50 you know what? I'll make this easy because I know I got some haters watching. I need a combination of 441 and a half likes and dislikes. Let's get to it. $365. I see it. I'm just going to sit here and drink my Red Bull until I get the 441 and 1/2 likes and dislikes. Come on. Sugar-free Red Bull, by the way. Let's go. Come on. Almost there, huh? I got 438. There we are. All right, we're there. Very good. Of course, you got a few dickheads watching. Well, if he doesn't want the likes, I'm not watching. Fuck you guys. You guys can go fuck yourselves. It's funny when I see people drop off when I ask them to actually hit the like button. I don't need those guys. Those guys can go F themselves. Not taking the high road on those guys. All right. Ryda, $5, says, I know you're going to clown me, but you need to do an analysis of that show, Bridgerton. You know what? It's interesting. I actually started to get into it, and it's a funny story how I started to get into it. So I was setting up my sound so that I could hear things through my AirPods Pros, which took all afternoon. So what I had to do is I had to put my phone on StreamYard and put it downstairs to keep the sound going so I could know that I could hear the sound could hear me. Well, rather than Devin just talking the entire time, because she's not going to do that, I put the phone by the TV. She happened to have Bridgerton playing. And it was 3.5, 4 hours. I did nothing but hear what happened. And I was really interested. I was like, dude, she needs to marry the Duke because they got caught kissing in the garden and all this other kind of stuff. I don't know that I'm going to... Should I do a breakdown of Bridgerton? I don't know, man. I do like Bridgerton. Huh? Yeah, it is. It is very long. It is very long, which means I'm going to do it. Anytime Devin tries to give me an opinion on content, I always quickly remind her, I'm not marketing to you. I'll put a poll up. We'll see what happens. Put a poll up. Redfield Mike, $5, says, any guy I get into a relationship with has to accept my friends. Let's face it, friends are awesome. Need I say more? Trying to tell you. Dami on $2 says, ain't that chick solo interviews? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Yes, she has worked with Solo TV 84. There's always somebody in the chat. Oh, that's the dude. That's a guy. Yes, that is Caitlin. She used to do interviews with Solo TV 84. Come on, guys. I don't think it really matters. EC blah, blah, blah. $2 says projection, and projection. Very, very well said. 516-387-1987, area code 484. You're on Live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? I can hear you. That's cool. Good to meet you, Ren. What's on your mind, buddy?
Time where I just sit. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead.
Oh, there was a period of time where like I kind of just was a little bit tunnel vision, doing things like getting into fighting, doing amateur fighting and stuff like that. It put me in a tunnel vision. And my coach at the time, he gave me some game of how to deal with women. I would say kind of like good and evil advice, kind of like pimping advice per se.
Okay.
And this information, I think I did wrong in a lot of ways, where you can say perhaps I'm one of those chads and shit where I'm focused on what I'm doing, and then there'll be a good-looking female, like you could tell she doesn't have too many mileage, was probably engaged with someone for years, and then someone like me who don't give a fuck, and using some evil advice. They want to be my friend, and next thing you know, I'm fucking them in my house. And then I send them off their way to their fiance, and I'm just like, I think to myself, like, damn, man, like, this is fucked up. And then there's a couple circumstances where I'll be a married woman, or, she has a boyfriend and shit, and I'm not giving a shit of my own character and integrity. And I think to myself, is like, is it the woman's fault that she put the cup in the edge of a table? Or is it my fault for not putting that cup in the right place as a man? And then I'm just kind of just fucking it up for everybody. Even if you hear what I'm saying, I don't want to come off a certain way, but at the same time, I just wanted to share that.
Sure.
That me as a young man, like I think I made choices that propel the fuckery.
Okay.
That I'm not doing no good for all the good men or the men that want to do better and have, the choices of opportunity to be with a decent woman. And, I think I'm at fault to a degree behind closed doors.
Let me hold on. Let me stop you right there. Never, ever feel bad. Never feel bad about fucking these broads, because I'm gonna tell you something, Ren, is that if you don't fuck these hoes, somebody else will. Okay? A lot of guys say, I'll never, I don't want to fuck married women. I don't want to contribute to the... Listen, man, if it ain't going to be you, it's going to be somebody else. So guess what, fam? It may as well be you. Do not feel guilty about corrupting these hoes. You want to know why? You want to know how much guilt these hoes feel when they get over on you? When they get a guy to go into debt making their car payment? When they end up fucking their homeboy's best friend? Do you know how much guilt they feel? Take a guess, Ren, on how much guilt they feel.
Probably none.
No, it is absolutely none. And listen, you should listen. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm just doing the golden rule. I do unto others as others do unto me. If these hoes don't give a fuck about me, then I don't give a fuck about these hoes, man. Let me ask you something here quickly before I let you go. What do you do for a living?
I'm a security guard.
Okay.
Really modest work. Doing my best.
Absolutely. Do you? And let me ask you this: do you
higher low at it? But
listen. You're a young guy. Like, you're not supposed to be making six figures. I get it. Do you have at least $13 in your bank account?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I at least limbo around 800 to 5,000 somewhere around the year every time.
Perfect. So what I want you to do is I want you to take $13. I want you to go to Amazon. I want you to buy a pack of 9-volt batteries and put it in your smoke detector. Put it in your smoke detector. Love you to death. But guys, if you're going to call in, have your smoke detector checked. Man, if you got $500, $800 to $5,000 in your bank account, take $13 and go get a 5-pack of 9-volt batteries and take care of that smoke detector. You guys are killing me with these smoke detectors, man. Area code 708. 708, you're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hell, Fong, what's going on? Dude, I haven't talked to you in a good long while, man. How you been?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm just laughing my ass off listening to this stuff. And you brought up a very valid point about this subject matter, but the one thing that's consistently ignored before these ladies toss in their season pass at the corn dog carnival is that they burn through all these chads and bad boy types in an attempt to try to change them. And, of course, all these guys with their abundancy mindset, they don't care about their feelings or anything like that. They're too busy trying to validate themselves and to the ladies around them.
There you go. No, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. And thank you for the phone call, Hellfong. That's the thing. Women don't give a damn about you any more than you give a damn about them, right? So when they try to change, and it's funny, they really do try to change you, just like Hellfong said. They really, really do. When they realize they don't, men ain't shit, men are dogs, etc., etc. And it's et cetera. A lot of people say, and guys, I'm a grammar Nazi. This is what I do. It's not etc. This is why when you use the abbreviation, it is ETC. It is et cetera. Et cetera. Yes, that's me being a grammar nerd. Don't care. Area code 301. Area code 301, you're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? John in Maryland. How you doing, buddy? What's on your mind?
Was growing up. For those of us that have dealt with really traumatic things, like let's say you lost one or both of your parents when you were a kid, or you suffered some physical or other kind of abuse when you're a child.
Right.
What that can do, it can turn you into a codependent guy, because you start looking for female validation.
Right.
You start looking for some sort of a replacement for your mom, or you start becoming the sort of guy that, even beyond women, you start doing too many favors for your friends. You start becoming basically, a pushover. And that's how I was for a long time. And this whole red pill thing has made me realize, you know what? I can't be looking to other people for any sort of validation on my value or my attractiveness or my worthwhile aspect of life. And the last year, what I've done is I've just been focusing on getting my own issues in order and
good,
just not been out there dating apps. I'm not out there, trying to pick up women. I'm not on any of the social media, and it's been a lot easier to pay off my bills and focus on my own weight loss goals and just my own mental health, just not trying to always get the validation of these women. Now, I'm not saying that I'm turning to like a Shaolin monk who's never going to touch a woman, but I have to. Some of these guys may understand this. I have to undo years of damage from feeling like that. Basically, I wasn't really a man if I didn't have sex with someone on a regular basis or have a female saying, I love you, let me give you a teddy bear on Valentine's Day, and all that good stuff.
Right, it takes time.
So I just want to say to a lot of the guys out there, think long and hard about how you grew up and how it affected you.
Wow, very, very good call. And thanks for the call, John in Maryland. I admitted this the other day on a live stream. I was raised mainly by a single mother. I was raised mainly by my single mother. This is why I am quick to anger and emotion. This is it. People always say, Donovan, you lose your temper. That's beta male anger. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. It took me years to figure out why I'm so, because I've always been a hot-headed kid. Always been a hot-headed kid. But because I was raised around my mother who was always quick to emotion and quick to anger, in my mind as a kid, and don't get me wrong, I'm responsible for my actions. I'm responsible for my reactions. I'm not blaming my mother for my temper problem or my temper reactions. I'm not going to sit here and do this, right? But it would be disingenuous of me not to acknowledge that being raised essentially by a single mother is the reason why it's taken me now 43 years to gain some semblance of control over my temper. I'm in Vegas busting up guys' faces because they looked at me funny. What did that get me? Got me freaking 4 felony convictions. I should be in jail right now, only by the grace of whatever forces got me here. Am I sitting here right now? But just like John in Maryland said, man, you really have to keep it real with yourself. How was I brought up? Why do I act the way I act? What were the factors involved? The reason I act the way I act is because these are my choices. I'm not blaming mom, I'm not blaming dad. I'm responsible for my actions. No, 100%. Nobody is doubting that. I will never not take accountability. That's just how it is. But by the same token, you have to figure out, you kind of have to really look at the way you were raised to say, oh, that's why I'm always popping off at the mouth. That's why I'm always losing my shit. Because my mom did. And women are quick to emotion. That's why I'm quick to emotion. Okay, we got a few more phone calls, but for now, let us continue with this breakdown.
I need to focus on me first. I need to know who before a man. I need to know what I want. I'm not completely whole. And a man deserves all of me. All of me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So, first of all, women never have direction. They never have direction. This is why they need a man. A man who has himself together will give a woman direction. A woman without a high-value man is directionless. I mean, take a look around. Do you see any single women with direction? Yeah, I didn't think so. Secondly, the only time women ever say, I'm not completely whole, is when they're breaking up with their unsuspecting boyfriends to pursue a relationship with Dave the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not live in a van that may or may not be his. Guys, chicks are not this profound, okay? They're not this self-aware, and they're damn sure not deep thinkers. Most of them really are about as simple as a flip phone. They have no idea who or what they are, and pretending to know is just something they do to justify their promiscuous proclivities. So instead of just keeping it 100 and saying, hey, Donovan, look, man, I like Dave more than I like you, they attempt to convince you that they had some sort of soul-searching epiphany and realize that she just hasn't found herself yet. How many times have we heard that from a woman?
I don't really have time to meet people. I barely have time for lunch, let alone set up a dating profile or swipe on Tinder.
Oh, boy. Guys, I can't tell you how many single moms I have fucked at the last minute. It is amazing how quickly they can find a sitter when their favorite eggplant emoji is texting. The point is, guys, women make time for what they want. And for her to imply that women don't have time to set up an online dating profile, this is laughably transparent. Guys, this is laughably transparent. That's all there is. Listen, she's not fooling anybody with this. Girls spend more time swiping for sausage on Tinder than they do sleeping. Again, women never realize that we're not this stupid. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, but I'm in love with the single life. My life is perfect already. Why mess that up with a relationship? Now, I may want a boyfriend, but having one changes everything. So I can wait to find a man.
Translation. Sleeping around is a lot more fun when you don't have a boyfriend. I mean, who is she kidding here? I'm in love with the single life as womanese for I'm in love with bone collecting. Now, as a side note, I love how she keeps trying to convince us that eggplant enthusiasts live these awesome, perfect lives and don't need men. Yet, every other statement she's making, she's trying to convince us that life is so much better without us. Might I remind her of law number 25 of the 48 laws of Sharpe? In the end, gentlemen, if a woman is single, it means that she is anything but a catch. If she were a catch, then she would be caught and kept, not caught and released again and again and again and again and again and again. This, again, is a woman mistaking a man's sexual attraction for a man's desire to commit. They keep getting caught and released, so they think they're a catch. Sooner or later, Father Time will collect his debt. And when he does, it's not going to be pretty. At least not anymore. All right. 866 watching. We are well over 50% engagement. Appreciate that. Thomas Breslin, $5 says, never forget, guys, you are the prize. Jim Ed, $3 says, absolutely. Appreciate that. I'm sorry. He says, I tell women the feeling is mutual. Let's get our last couple of phone calls here. Area code 561. Area code 561. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Jay in Miami. How's it going, man? What's on your mind?
She was a catch. She would have been caught already.
That's right.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, I'm 43 years of age. I've been around the block. I've been to school, been to university. And it's like I always said, the good fruit always picked while they're still in the tree. By the time you wait for that fruit to fall on the ground and you look like a nice, pretty mango, the ants have already got it on the other side. And that's what a lot of these women don't understand.
That's
that
good.
They think that they look good on one side. But it is rotten to the core because the ants done got to it because it's already fallen to the ground. And, you know, I have sisters, and they took my advice, and they're both, you know, happily married and doing their thing fulfillingly.
Good.
Unfortunately, women try to play the card. Well, let me just finish my last point real quick. The far left, the feminist movement has taught women that they could do anything, they could do whatever, and they could just be a social butterfly. But what happens is, you know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And Father Time comes knocking earlier for women than it comes for men. So unfortunately, you know, women think that they can play that card till they're 35, not to realize that, hey, if they're not fit, feminine, or have that fertility and are cooperative and are slightly submissive, which is just another word for cooperation, that they're SOL. They're shit out of luck. You know, they literally jump from their choices of getting a man that's around 30 or 35. They literally got to go to a guy that's 50 or 55 years old that already has his children out of the way. And at that point, he's just looking for companionship. But the high-value men that's within their age group, they're going down to the 23-year-olds, where those women are at their sexual peak and their fertility at their peak, and they're still willing to mold, and that's just what it is.
Jay in Miami, dropping that knowledge. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I like that. I like that mango analogy.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Well, I guess that is the end of the phone calls there. Apologies to those who didn't make it. Maybe next time. But yeah, Jay in Miami made some very good points. He made some very good points. And he talked about the fact that, hey, listen, man, like I got sisters and they took my advice and now they are both happily married. They're doing their thing. They're the exception to the rule. AI with the $10 super chat says, Donovan, do you see single women with any direction? Yes, he answers. Single women have a direction towards a cliff. That's funny. Andre Francis, as Kevin says, got a dog. My thanks to all of my super chatters. My thanks to all of my phone callers. Red Pill Mike, Hellfong, and the like. Of course, my thanks to the lovely and talented Caitlin for lending her talents for the cause. You guys will be seeing much more of her in the not too distant future to portray the typical American woman. Thank you guys for watching. I will keep you updated on the Bachelor breakdowns as soon as my Xfinity, the technological things get taken care of. I'll definitely go and do that on Sharpe Stream. Listen, worst case scenario, I'll do a double breakdown on Monday or something. I'll do a breakdown of episode 6, then lead into the episode 7. So we'll figure something out. Either way, thank you all very much for watching.